Hello, and welcome to another episode of Gaming Fire with Lord PeteyTV. I'm Lord PeteyTV, and I'm here to give you a little bit of information, something of really cool things that have been brought into this new type of genre. Now, gaming has really changed and evolved over time, and I think that one of the more interesting things was brought out by one of the newer games that has been dropped. So, our Arrowhead Games is the creator of things like Gauntlet, Magica, and as of recently, they have rebuilt Helldivers 2. Now, the reason why I wanted to kind of bring that up and talk to you is because I really feel that they've revolutionized how those type of games are and how they are being pushed forward. Now, I feel that this is the reason why this has changed is because it has a lot of different variables and things that has changed going forward. For instance, Helldivers 2 has a really short, compelling story for you as the individual. You are something called a Helldiver. You are being brought into this world to protect the people of Super Earth from the invading forces. Now, the reason why this short-lived narrative seems very like blah, it's actually not. What they ended up doing is they ended up producing two different colonies of creatures, the automatons and I'm blanking on the bug name group of people. So they have those two variations on the map, and they're looking to invade Super Earth. And you're sent to stop them from doing their standard invasion, if you will. Now, you're going through your daily things, everything's cool, and they've actually brought out and told everybody that they've hired this one individual named Joel, who is the essentially a dungeon master for controlling this map of what's happening. Now, I think that this is really, really smart because they're using Joel to push the narrative of Helldivers 2 to the way that they need it to be seen. Now, the way that they ended up doing now it was more so of just like they kind of just talked about it and there was really no proof of it, but they've put two things in place which really has shown that this is really something that's smart and really, really helpful and dynamic to the game. And what what I'm talking about is they decided to drop in mechs. They wanted to produce mechs to bring into the game so that other people could play it, so you can end up fighting things, you can end up doing things, and they needed a way to bring that in. So when they decided to do that, they said to Joel, "Hey, how should we do this?" And what they decided to do was they decided to have the automatons come and invade this one specific like planet, which was one of the factory planets that Super Earth quasi controlled. It was kind of in unclaimed territory. They really didn't say much, but they said, "Okay, we need you to go and defend this planet. When you fly to this planet and you drop in, you have to stop them from using these factories to create other types of automatons. You fight, we destroyed it, we defended it, and now we have access to this planet. So what happens when we get access to this planet? We all get access to mechs now. So you have access once you're level 25 and you spend, I think it's 25 money for it. You can call upon those mechs, drop them into the place, and then you can end up, doing whatever you got to do. Now, the reason why I find that interesting is because, yeah, that's great. We have access to now drop mechs, but the story has driven us there. Now, the last mission we ended up getting was we had to defend this these 4 different planets from the bug creatures that are invading. Now, there's been talks about once you finish and completely defend yourself from these bug creatures from invading into, the um into the super Earth, they're going to actually evolve and change, and then we're going to start getting flying creatures, meaning the bugs are going to start to be able to fly. Now, there's been talks about, all different variations of people all being able to fly and have different types of variations of flying classes. But overall, you kind of learn that you're going to have like all of these different types of evolving and changing world environments that's going to happen throughout the time. Now, if you look at the map, you can tell that there's a lot of space left over, that you have one side, let's say over here, is one variation. I think it's the since the screen is kind of on the opposite side. This is the left side, or my right side. The left side is the automatons. The right side is your bugs. You're supposed to have 2 more different variations of people coming from the bottom and another one from the top. So there's been talks about this all coming together. Now, one thing which I'm kind of interested to see is what happens when both of those AIs kind of come together. So what's going to happen, let's say, if the automatons start fighting this other humanoid variation with us? Are we going to have to fight off 2 different variations of creatures at the same time? Don't know. But it's a really cool thought process and variation for when that comes around. I think the AI isn't ready yet for that, and that's why we haven't seen that. And I think that having Joel essentially being able to mold him and change the variables of what's happening on the map really can show that. And I think that's a really, really cool way to introduce new creatures, monsters, everything else into the world, which you originally wouldn't think was actually there. And it's kind of really, really cool, in my personal opinion, to have that type of, person being brought into the game. Now, as I always say, the main thing when it comes to an MMO is the enjoyment of playing with others, enjoying the content that is presented to you, and having some type of story with it. Now, the story is a very thin line with Helldivers, but I'm hoping over time they can actually produce that story into something pretty amazing. Other than you're a Helldiver trying to save the world, drop in and have some fun. I'm cool with a little more story than that. I'm cool if there isn't. I get a high amount of enjoyment just diving into a planet with all my buddies, just being able to kill some stuff and enjoy our day. So it doesn't matter to me. So it's pretty cool. So, all right. Well, once again, thank you so much for listening to me ramble. Please make sure you check out Lord PeteyTV on twitch.tv every single Monday through Friday. Hit the subscribe button here, like us here. If you're going to follow us on Twitch, please hit, follow there. As always, Rogue Energy Drinks, sub to our Lord PeteyTV there if you're looking to have some amazing, mounting brackets for things, gamer glasses, things like that. Pretty amazing. So thanks again, everyone. Have a great one. Dream big, keep gaming. See you all soon. Bye, everybody.